Hey guys, thank you for joining me on this latest video of the 401 Files. It's an absolute pleasure to have each and every one of you here with me. Hi to all the new subscribers. I hope I don't let any of you down. You're in the right place if you're interested in the UFO, alien, Bigfoot, ghost type topics. Before we get started, remember to give this video a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, let's get the show on the road. So I decided to download Google Earth again. I've had this app about 3 times in the past. I don't know why, it's just one of them apps that I seem to use for a little while and stop using, so it gets deleted. But last night I downloaded it again, had a quick look in the local area, and the forest that I've covered many miles through came up with a bit of an anomaly. I've never noticed this before. When I've been hiking through here on foot, I've never stumbled across this before. But Google Earth, lo and behold, showed me this little baby. Now at first glance, or at first impressions on this, it looked to me like some kind of a quarry. I assumed that these were some kind of stacked up rocks or boulders that had been quarried in this area. This circular shape in the middle is very peculiar, almost has the look of a Colosseum type feel. So yeah, like I said, I've walked through this forest many times, covered many miles in this forest and never stumbled across that. So today I'm going to head out and we're going to go find this little baby and see what it's all about. There's some old tyre tracks that have been through this forest part here. At one point some heavy goods vehicle, lorry, truck, has been through this way. Doesn't look like they've been here for a while, but the ground is definitely indented with tyre marks, so I've just thought I'd take a right and just follow this through for a little bit. Alright, cool. Wonder what this is, some kind of generator hidden away. I'm going to go explore a little bit there, but it's not what I was looking for on Google Maps. This is not what I set out to find, but it's still interesting. I want to go look a bit further at this and just see what it is. It looks like a generator of some type, but for what? We're in the middle of the forest, why? I don't understand. It's kind of got a Stranger Things feel to it. Feels very much like something you'd find in Hawkins. For all you Stranger Things fans out there, you'll be able to relate. It's quite an impressive tower. Must be something to do with weather or something like that, I think. I don't know, I'm not too sure. The very word national park, people find that quite off-putting. And in fact, if you tell anybody about an experience or a sighting that somebody may have had in a national park, anything you say after that can quite easily lose credibility. And it's because you mentioned that word national park. For some people, that just doesn't sit well. They think that because national parks attract a lot of people, if there was going to be anything to be found, it wouldn't be in a place like this. But I think it's quite the opposite. Supermarkets have hundreds of people every single day going through them front doors to do their shopping. But how many of those people know what's in the back? How many of those people going into the supermarket know what's in the back of the store? Hardly any. Probably only the people that work there. And the reason for that is that when they get into the supermarket, there's paths already laid out for people to go around. There's aisles already there for people to follow. And so that's a lot like national parks. When people turn up to these places, there's paths already laid out, roads are already there for people to drive down, and cyclists only stick to the mountain bike routes. So very few people out of all the people that come to these places venture off like I am now. And it's when people like myself do this, they're likely to encounter something that's a bit unexplained or untoward. Don't be put off by the amount of people that come to these places and think that nothing here is to be found. It's quite the opposite. I wonder if there's anybody in there. Looks like it's going to be some kind of a stone maze from what I'm picking up right now. Yeah, it's definitely going to be some kind of a stone maze. This will be awesome when it's finished. Hidden well in the forest. I just don't want to be losing Tallulah. Which way did she go? Tallulah? Tallulah? Ah, there you are, silly. Might be a sculpture, that's what I was looking for, that's the word I was looking for, sculpture. People do lots of things like this artistically. That's pretty cool. CLG and GMG, someone's initials there. Big up to CLG and GMG. Always feels better when you're in a place that you know you're not supposed to be. I don't know, it's like I've got inside information as to what's going on here. Not many people have seen this before it's even built, and yet here I am just mooching around with my dog, so I like that. You look at these blocks here that have been laid on top of each other, and they almost look like they were cut to perfection for that specific place on that wall, but yet it's just blocks like this. So this wall's pretty damn good. However, when you look at the ancient megaliths around the world, and we consider that them blocks used to build some of the great walls throughout history are a million times bigger than these blocks, and yet they're airtight. Now that amazes me. When we look at this, don't get me wrong, this is great, they've done a good job, but these guys who laid these have had generations of generations to fall back on, to figure out the rights, the wrongs, what works, what doesn't. When we're talking about the people of ancient times who built what I'm about to show you, how on earth did they do that? They're the types of things that completely blow my mind. something that I find really, really stupid. But it was probably never intended to be stupid at all, but it is. It was designed by the lovely people over at NASA, and I'm not NASA bashing, but it is pretty stupid. So Voyager 1 is the furthest thing launched into space by man, and on Voyager 1 is a gold record. On this gold record is a picture of man and woman. It also has a picture of our DNA, genetical code, strand, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty much a blueprint of humanity. It's got hundreds of different languages on this golden record, and it's got our location in the galaxy on this golden record. What I find really stupid is that we're assuming whoever stumbles across this golden record is going to be just the right height to be able to pick it up with their nimble fingers and place it onto a record player. We're going to have to assume that they've set the record player to the right FM frequency, and we're also going to have to assume that this somebody or something isn't so gigantic that they can't pick it up, or so microscopic that they don't even know they stood on it. If they manage to get past all three of them barriers, we've then got to assume that they're going to be able to hear along the same wave band as we can. Otherwise, all the music and foreign languages will just be a drony noise of nothing. We've also got to assume then, if they can hear what's on the record, that they see, and their eyesight sees along the same spectrum as our own. Because if not, the images on there aren't going to make any sense at all. So pretty much, if they fall outside any of these parameters, or basically if they're not human, they're not going to be able to understand anything that's on this gold record. Well done, NASA. Absolutely brilliant. There is big things coming to the channel very, very soon. I know a lot of you have been asking about Junior, and so I've been in contact with Junior, and we've got a date planned for when we can next get out together to a wild camp. So stay tuned for that. Also as well, I've been in contact with Justin from Mountain Beast Mysteries. I know that a lot of you enjoyed the last video me and Justin did, talking about the Bigfoot phenomenon. So me and Justin have got that lined up as well. So there's lots to look forward to, and hopefully you'll all be back again to join me for those videos. Until next time, take it easy, look after yourselves, and if you can, as I always say, look after somebody else as well. And yeah, until next time, peace!